I don't think I need that anymore, though.
You'd be good. Like
Mine are old. They're done.
Oh, your hands are done.
Yeah.
What's the one guy?
Okay.
What's the one guy that took out the what was the golfer thing? He took out like some sort of insurance thing on like him golfing and then retired.
Yeah, I think like football. Well, soccer players, they do like their feet too.
Yeah.
Their legs. I don't know.
Yeah, look into this. A lot of stuff I hear sounds like scams, but what do I know? So we didn't hop into the game and we came back. My producer just said something in my ear that I totally
the lobby dropped.
Ignored. Oh, okay, lobby dropped. Yeah, sometimes like it goes in one ear and right out the other.
As most things do with you.
That is true. So yeah, we're just waiting on him to start it again. I don't think it's like the network issues we were having previously. Just a good old-fashioned lobby drop. We've been enjoying those for 10 years of COD Esports together.
We sure have. We look forward to it.
Well, what was
now
the
we
one?
can talk about whatever we want to talk about.
It's true. That's true. What was that stretch of titles? Did it start with BO3? The one where, like, if you were playing, like, MP with your friends, you had to restart the app every single time between games? What year did that start?
Was that AW?
Was it AW?
Yeah.
Because that went on for, like, wasn't it like 3 or 4 years of that?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
You literally had to close the app between every, like, map.
Yeah.
You young kids don't know about that.
Remember Headquarters? The game just... It didn't work.
Just imagine.
It was such a cool idea. I was playing volleyball on the beach, but it just didn't work.
The most pointless idea of all time.
You can practice streaks and stuff? Playing 1v1s?
Sure.
I think you play like tic-tac-toe.
Sure, Joe. It's not an MMO. Get them in and let them shoot. All right. The 1v1, though. I guess
cool. You could watch it in the tent. We could watch the stream.
Yeah, cool, dude. Yeah.
You could hang out with your friends. It just didn't work for the first
all these dope things I definitely want to do when I get on COD. The standings and how it looks so far in the qualifiers. We are just 1 week into this qualifier. We've got 4 more from you. Then we get ready for the major. Then we get ready for champs. All sorts of stuff still to come to you. But yeah, just how this is going to play out. Boston Breach out of the conversation. Everybody else in. The one that pops off the page to me is probably Carolina. 2 tough Game 5 losses. One they definitely should have won. One they really hope they won.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Then, I mean, you look at the number 1 and 2. I mean, these are the 2 teams, I think, last stage, you just saw glimpses. Obviously, these 5 and 2, they didn't have the LAN performance that they wanted. But again, it just feels like these are the 2 teams. Like, if we're going to get an upset at champs, I think it comes behind maybe these 2 in like a Vegas, right? Like, depending on who qualifies, it's just... Can they get better and better and start to manipulate some of those matchups?
We had some big upsets, right? Like you had Seattle over Ultra. There was Legion over Optic. I know you went back and watched when you've been doing some YouTube videos, kind of breaking stuff down. Was that just a little took a couple days off, enjoyed the win, and then getting back to the grind? Or a great series by Legion? What did you get from it?
Well, I mean, map 1, that's basically outslayed by 40. I don't know if you played that 100 more times. I'm not sure how many more times that's happening.
Yeah.
With Optic Vegas, you know, I think there's like some clips of like Karma saying just an online match, we'll just forget about it. But I think the Optic boys,
it happens. Yeah,
you had like the Founding Fathers land, they took some time off. We're getting relocked. We're at sort of the point where we got laser focus.
Yeah, so honestly, as long as they start to ramp it up by the time the major comes, you got a little bit of time.
But I think for Vegas, it's a huge win to build some momentum off of. It's confidence for Johnny. It's again kind of what I'm talking about with Seattle.
No,
where they want to start.
It's kind of like how I would talk about the Surge victory over New York. I was just mentioning before Major 3. Just gives, even if there was a little online BS, it happens still. I don't think it's going to detract from the confidence you maybe got on one side of it. Yes, maybe there'll be some excuse and you'll chat about stuff on one end, but for Legion, they got the dub. It was a big one. We'll see if they can piggyback and improve off of that. Surge just still trying to stay locked as we get ready to go. I may have been lied to. I thought it was just a lobby issue, but it looks like
maybe they were lied to.
They are making another lobby. They're getting that set up. As you can see, 4 fingers there from Skies. He's got long fingers like a spider.
Wow, what does he just do there with his middle and ring
I don't know. It looks like something out of Star Trek.
Or what's that? Never mind.
Joe, you were going to say the shocker, weren't you? Not sure we can talk about that one on broadcast, but yeah, Hydro must have heard me. He started laughing there. Well, this is what happens. You can't let us get loose for too long. CDL, COD gods above. You let Jonah have a little bit too much fun, and it gets away from us. I wear a chain now, and I'm a wild one. So last time these guys play online, we're going back to April 20th. This is how they got the victory in 3-1 back. Why was that a 3-2 in my head?
I don't know.
It wasn't
3-1. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I thought it went to a game 5.
But they did it through all 3 respawns, right? Obviously, you had that invasion search pop up, And then in the last LAN matchup, you had Invasion Surge again. So all the respawns are different. If you look back at that LAN match at Major 3, but respawns, yeah. Or, well, the search is the same.
And I think he was mentioning, I thought Chris said like something about Seattle being happy with Control. I guess going to high rise. I was like, I don't know, New York. I think that's what he said. I was like, oh, I mean, Seattle are pretty good at it, but
no, New York's best.
That's New York. They go farming there on high rise Control.
That's like Skies and Sim, like just guaranteed 30.
Yeah, I heard it. I looked over at Chris. I was like, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong though. Like,
No.
I think more means their control's looking better.
Yes, and it is strong for Seattle. When I think of high rise Control, the first thing that pops in my head is literally New York. Like,
I'm just excited to see if we're gonna be exploding again today. I think there was. Wait,
so there was another fix that came out, right? That's supposed to fix the fix?
I think people are still blowing up. I'm pretty sure. Can you just like cover it in like something like
duct tape or some duct tape around some pillows or something?
Yeah, maybe. I was thinking like fireproof foam, like out of like a fire.
That'd probably be more effective than pillows. And
they're so flammable. Yeah.
Oh, holy shit. The match is about to start, I'm told, for the 4th time. Joe and I have already been talking for 20 minutes. This isn't our fault. We are loose and ready to get rocking here is map 1.
We are locked.
I told Joe it's going to be a goofy day. Listen, all Joe and I have done, he's playing Elden Ring for the first time. I'm playing it for the second time as the DLC is around the corner. All we've done is just play Elden Ring all week, just dying, losing our minds. So we're in a special place right now. But let's head to a place called Vista, where Surge and Sunblinders get ready to dance and make love via weapon fire.
That's one way to make love. Yeah, I mean, you do have, Surge 4-0, but the last two times New York are played it, they're 2-0 throughout this stage. They're trying to make this a big map for them. I think it is a comfortable map, and I'll tell you what, Kismet and Hydra have been on form, and I think it's a very strong hardpoint for Kiz, and I think that's why this has been one of their go-tos, because they've been trying to get him going more consistent in those respawns.
We were watching just some highlights. It's like New York was getting talked about during the pre-show, and Joe just looks at me and goes, I love watching this guy. Yeah, it was just like a Hydra montage. Yeah, just the way you said it. I know what you mean, though. He is one of those POVs that is it's special. It's fun.
Yeah, no, the way you said it made me seem like I really like it, but no, I do.
You said it, Joe. You said it. I've heard you talk about your wife pretty much the same way. But Kismet is looking,
honestly,
looking to get involved. We'll get dropped. Sib will be in the point now, trying to rack up time and get cruising here. Hydra, though, with the 2 before he will fall.
And that's just what he can do. I mean, just sort of one of those, this is a map where he can roam and get lost. Hook is, I think, similar on the other end. It's one of the reasons why they've been so strong on a map like this. I think Hook can just, all right, you get a certain position, you get lost, and all of a sudden you're behind 2 to 3 enemies, and it's free. So a very strong map here for our SMGs.
I think we talk about that sometimes, like getting lost, getting behind enemy lines, great havoc. I don't know, you just have different sub players, some are best just straight up, get me in the fight, give me the gunny, I'm bashing my head against the point over and over again. Some get them to a position where they can catch you, find angles, get behind enemy lines, get a pick and disappear, just go off. And Hook's one of those guys that can light it up. I think it's just hard for those types of players to be incredibly consistent because it can just be so timing based, or when you're hot and winning a gunfight, you shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it can be very difficult. But you do have a nice start here for Seattle Surge, but on its rotation here for P3. And if you're Surge, you're just going to attack the hill, which would be the right call. There's only 2 players in position right now. You get a 3-on-2 there for New York. You're going to have the closer spawn, so you just reinforce in.
Abuza looking for shots, going to find him though in the backside. Hydra can't win his either. A team kill on the side of Surge, and trying to push this out to a 30-point advantage again. As Skies and Kismet find an opener, they'll get them in the point, hold this if they can for 30, but still spawning close and trying to track their way across will be Seattle Surge. But if you can hold it from the front right now, in a good position if you are New York.
Yeah, this is where you kind of want Hydra. It's only able to find 1, but you just get that first kill so far away. That's going to stagger this push now for Surge. You have to wait for Brezzy off spawn. Man, just not as clean as they would like. On the other side of New York, about to take the lead, plus you still have spawns for P4. Nice win there by Brezzy, but Sky's on the hill, able to find a double. He's now on 4 in a row.
Yeah, come through the door as I have this bar heady or stair heady. Best of luck to you. As Skies gets another 4, turns to 5. Looking for 6 and the streak if he can track it. New York with the lead, trying to do what damage they can. Skies will get it. There's number 6, 7, and 8 in front of them. Crews now to use, and they don't have spawn control currently for the hard point, but we'll see if the streak will turn into something because Sky's still popping off.
Yeah, you kind of have this where Booza just goes right through the middle of that setup. He's able to find one that opens up the P3 spawn there for Surge. He spun out New York towards front side, so everybody's kind of skirmishing all over at the moment. As the game will be tied and both teams just fighting for this last 20 seconds. On rotation will be Kismet. See number 7. Sky's gonna spawn up with him. So really just on Sim and Hydra here to break up this Surge setup if they can.
I thought 04, he did get the second player. So 4 did get his 5th there as well. So he's a kill away from a streak too. There's a little late flurry there from Seattle Surge. We'll now switch things over to bridge side, ready and waiting. It's 04. Sky's able to get his streak. 04 falls up and able to get a streak of his own. So a little bit of added utility now on each side of this matchup. As we watch Abuza, maybe front runner for Rookie of the Year currently trying to get involved.
Yeah, waiting to see maybe if 04 was going to use it. Looks like he wants to stop.
That fight looks fun.
Yeah, he is going to call this in. So honestly, I think this is a win if you are New York. You get a couple of kills right at the start. That's not going to find anything. I think this P5 is a bait with streaks. I really do. I'd much rather, I think, use it in a P1 or P2. I think when you're getting in the trap, but a bit of desperation maybe comes through. They're forced to call it. They can't get and break this setup. And now New York in the lead.
Have we, like, ever seen a streak used well in a P5's turn into a break and hold?
That's why I don't like it.
It seems like so open and seems like it should work well, but I can't think of one. And listen, I can't break down every single moment it's happened in my brain, but at least the ones we casted, like, it never turns into much.
No, I think I've seen like a couple, and it's normally just the teams that sort of transition it into a P1 hold, but it's only a single number of times. But I will say this, all right, you do have the rotation now to P1. You have this setup, and that's exactly what they want out of Seattle Surge. A couple of kills coming your way, and this is where you can just take that take back the lead.
We know how crucial this P1 could be in the second set of rotations, really dictate the pace, get ahead of things in the second set. They're trying to do that, but Kismet tried to shut it down. Unfortunately, as he gets 2, Hydra team kills them and then dies to 04. So we're looking for a moment for Subliners. It's actually not going to turn into anything. This has been the blender. What a fantastic setup. And Surge from Seattle Surge.
Now they're going to read this, though. The spawn jumps in opposite side. Nice win by Hook. Maybe that gives them an idea. I think if Hook goes down there, maybe this setup breaks apart. You had Hydra in the middle of the map, just kind of wait for his teammates. Off spawn, just spawn behind him near P3. But you take the lead near rotation, you will find one. Abuza snapping, able to find the double. Takes down the trophy, and he's in the new hill.
It just seems like, yeah, I mean, anytime you're holding a hill, like middle of the map, and all your players grouped up, you got a chance of a split spawn, a flip, like anything can happen. They were trying to read the best they could. Now a streak comes to fruition. There it's going to hit. Teammates got 2 as well. 3 players will fall for Seattle Surge and right into the objective. Now go Subliners, trying to bring it back after a big cry and run there from Surge, but there you go. Or 4 right back in and able to get 2. That's everybody dead. Quickly, Surge battle back on through.
I mean, yeah, you wanted, right? You call in the crews. A couple of players of your teammates find kills top middle, so you should use it on the hill. But then it's a clean 4 dead scenario. Now a huge swing here, 20 seconds left. It's Seattle Surge with a 50-point lead. Let's go to a listening with Surge.
That's you 10, that's you 10. One second. Nice. You're on 5, you're on 5, bro.
I'm up here.
Someone's capped.
Come wait for me.
I'll bait for you.
I'm coming, guys.
You be back left.
I think one's gonna be off.
Definitely gonna be back left.
Café. Steve, one is Café. Café, one is Close right. Nice. One Steve was Café. We flip. I'm going on the back. Follow me, Kaido. On me. I'm on the back. One on the back. On the back is winning big.
Only one on guy.
Two on the back. Dali two on the back. One's gonna be shot. They're gonna stack them, guys. Yeah, I'm weak. You got streak? Keep it. Café's one shot. Sure. Asundi. Take your time. Nice. Nice so far, bro.
Let's fucking go.
How much are you back down?
Get this side. Go.
Yeah, I'm
I'll kill him.
I'm on HP.
Charming's weak.
He's hiding.
We go to the back.
He's hiding heavy.
Let's get the back.
I'm gonna get that shit.
He's still
Heavy and chop.
Back right.
Yo, and Bow cutting. He ran Ivy Kids.
Yeah,
Short.
Shot on me. Dead on the back. Back up.
One secret.
Back tail gates, okay? One tail. Give me a sec, I'm going full gates.
Circle one. Circle weak and Kiss is weak too.
Give me a second. Nice. Okay, come on.
The boys are fired up, about to be up 50, getting ready to rotate. A 4 was able to earn another cruise. He's at positive 11 currently. We'll see if that'll come into P5 again, and maybe this time it'll work out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously these guys are fired up. I mean, we've heard these. They're listening. You hear Hook often, energy. Then it's just sort of
nice. Like I love it.
A Booza voice, like, hey, let's take our time and be patient. And it's just Hook on one end, but it has been working out. They're 2-0. Again, playing with a lot of intensity throughout this series as a Booza. He's got 2 minutes and 20 seconds in the hill, 26 kills, and 04 was able to earn another cruise. Now maybe with P1 control, they don't need to use the cruise here. They can just go for a break.
Did you just turn a Booza into Jokic there for a second? Kind of sounded like it.
Maybe.
I liked it. Oh, 4.
I play with horse.
The voice you do is the same. What are you doing? I swear to God. But it's all 4 that are going to get dropped for New York. You fight in behind the gunny if you are Surge. All the stuns hitting. Now, yeah, use it here. Now when you're not trying to break it, you can get people pushed back as they're trying to go forward. That's a lot more value. 2 are going to get dropped. They have to scramble towards the point. You seal the deal as Surge hit first in map 1.
5-0 now is Seattle Surge on Vista Hardpoint. Continues to be a go-to. And I think teams now, yeah, it's sort of, all right, they're the real deal. We got to get this out, right? This is just sort of the map pool and these map vetoes and the way that they come into play. But Seattle Surge, maybe if you're not an Optic or a FaZe, you probably play it. But outside of that,
yeah,
everyone else is thinking about vetoing this.
It's tough too, because like, you know, you might see a team win a couple when Surge, you know, when they're not necessarily like a top 4 squad. They're in 5th right now, but you know, they're not that far ahead of the pack, and you're like, okay, they're pretty good at, okay. But then when they beat a team like New York and you start to beat maybe some heavy hitters on it, you know, yeah, they're lighting that map off. They look strong there. I love the energy in the comms. Booza leading the way in the damage. 04 leading the way in the kills. He was able to earn 2 cruises. Yeah, he was sending it, and he was making plays.
Yeah, and I think, listen, you had your chances in New York throughout that. You know, just look at that second P2. It's just you use the cruise from skies, you break it, and then you go into a complete 4-down scenario. Even later in that, you know, that P4, they're all set up, boom, 4 dead again. It's like their setups, they didn't find the kills when they needed to. Props to Surge on their breaks.
And that was even a weird one. I did have to see it again, but like a weird stat for like, I think Hydra like led the lobby in damage, but had like 22 or something. And I feel like a lot of times, usually that's like an AR combo.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not usually a sub, right? Like typically you're putting in damage with a sub.
You're finding kills.
Usually, right? I just thought that was one of the few times I've seen like that where I was like, oh, well.
Maybe one of those scenarios where he's just like, one less bullet, right? He's just thinking about it.
Maybe. And I might be making something out of nothing, but just usually that combo's behind an MCW player, not somebody like Hydra.
Yeah, but I think maybe this was like their second chance here. You get this break over towards P3 by Surge, but then I think it was New York on the rotation at the P4, and it was at this moment where you just get another 3 dead in the feed. So you had to set up, you had the spawns, would have brought you back into the game, maybe forced that 04 cruise to come on a little bit earlier. Instead, he's able to save it. They get P1 control. They get onto that P5, and you can see these boys are locked.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, like, we most often, it's a rare example of it because it was like late in the game and kind of won it for them, but like, most of the time we see cruises used to break, more often than not, but I love it when like it's that type of situation. It's better when you're trying to hold and they have to like scramble, they have to run on the open, like get towards the hardpoint, they have to contest, like, okay, good luck, missile in the sky. Like, you don't usually see it used like that, but great from there. They're from 04. They get a big victory. They're looking lights out. Another frustrating loss for New York, but still a lot to go in this series as the saga of 7-04 continues.
Yeah, I mean, you see that second set, what, 115? No, you end at 168, so 43 points earned across the last 5 hills.
Yeah, it started Like, dude, it's just that P1 in the second set of rotations, like, they got control. I know the crews didn't really work out for fifth, but did set them up to get that strong start. And yes, it's like that first domino. You get ahead on that second set of rotations, you follow it through. They had another big moment, like right as we hopped into listening to, I think you touched on, like, you know, it was a run from Surge, New York kind of answer it. They're making plays, they're coming back, and then bang, poor Dad's like, we're right back in. Just kind of remind him who Daddy is.
Yeah, I mean, this is just sort of our concerns with New York, sort of why they're in the position that they are, right? The last 3 matches they've had, they've gone into Game 5. It just feels like they haven't put together the full menu.
And I think, like, I don't think it's as big of a deal maybe if when you're dropping maps to Surge right now, because Surge just turned into a much better team than we thought they were at first. They've become, people are going to take maps off of top teams, maybe be able to beat them. Like, they look to be 5th, 6th clear best. So this maybe isn't the hugest thing, but that's when you view New York the way they've been. Like, if they're going to be a contender playing in a final on a Sunday, they have to beat these guys. They have to. But to be fair, they were able to do it the Major.
Yeah. But we're going to an Invasions S&D, which that's been, just one of their go-tos in Search and Destroy all year long. Able to beat Seattle Surge their last couple of matchups on this map, so we'll see if they can get right back into it.
And then I'm interested for the Control too. We know how good High Rise can be for New York, but we know it's an improving Control team as well in Surge, and we'll see what they're capable of. Hook is S&D so far in Stage 4. You can see what he has done. Only 2 matches played, not a ton of Surge to go with, but still, we'll see if he can keep it up here. And this is a map where, he can certainly dictate a whole heck of a lot. Wow. He could be a game changer here.
4th in everything there for Seattle Surge. 7-3 overall. On the other side, 14 times have you played this if you are subliners? 9-5. Sort of this map is ever evolving. Just feels like, you're seeing a lot more defensive teams really take Cafe side, go up that A street. And if you watch that New York versus FaZe series, sort of what number 5 and Hyde was doing, it's just having someone there. It was a lot of simp, just waiting at bus stop, waiting to see if someone gets aggressive on the flank.
You can open up everything if you can find the timing, trying to make sure that doesn't happen, but it's Brezzy, they'll find the first blood.
And that's it. Now you're waiting for 5. Does he get caught there? I don't think so. So now this is what this sets up. You put so much pressure on the B street, they give up A, and now it's just, how does this work out for Hydra? Yeah, Booza spots him, but Hydra able to find it.
I mean, Hydra's just lurking, waiting for that timing where he knows they're rotating. And then he gets the position behind him. You called it perfectly, Joe, and it was an easy one for him. Good damage in for Brezzy onto 2 players. Enough damage that leads to 1 for Hook. Now to a 1 versus 1. 25 of the clock, Kismet getting bombed down. And we'll see how Hook opts to play. Sorry, 1 versus 2. We'll see how Hook opts to play this. 35 seconds to go.
These are just such tough fights, plus he has the rival.
And
not going to spot him.
Yep.
And Hydra in a bit of an off angle, right? Most of the time you're on the wall there, but he's just right at the front, just sort of crouching behind the car.
I like the breakdown that round, Joe, even because your VOD reviews. Look at that. You've seen that before, huh?
The map's evolving, man. It's always fun to see.
It played out exactly how you thought it might, and Hydra makes the play. He'll get the final one to go on top of that as well as we look to move forward in this search, and subliners try to tie us up at 1-1. But it's all Hydra and Civ in that one. Now offensively, Seattle Surge, they'll try to get things rolling for them. We'll see. Yeah, it will also change a little bit when you get like the 4-bullet kill. Like some of those chows that's like, you're trying to get damage in, turn into someone getting fried in the openers, but it's Hydra again with the impact. Hook and him on either sides of it. They're going to find a lot of early action. Hydra wins that one.
Maybe if you're in that position, right where Skies is, all the headshots come through. If you're on that A street spot, just some gunfights. Maybe if you don't have first bullet, you just got to have to back down. You can't really ego it. So nice kill there, Bio 4 to bring them back into the round because Hydra got a quick first blood.
That was straight headshots, just incinerated. Brezzy maybe in trouble too. Dips, dives, gets out for now. On the other side of it, we hop to their POV is 0-4 and Abuza pushing through the flank. What timing will they get? It's a great one. Sib's gonna get caught right as he goes to pick up that exact push. They're already in position behind him, Palace side. Now Hydra looking to open things up again. He has been everything. Hydra got the first blood. Hydra got the second, 2 in both rounds so far. Kismet's eyes now. He gets it full on the cross. Good job backing down and staying up.
That nice little stutter step there. Uses the pillar. He still has a stun and a nade, but now you're waiting on your teammate. Abuza's going to pick this up. Might come down to this Abuza Hydra 1v1 again. There is the info. And he's saying, all right, Hydra's got a smoke. We have a stun and a nade to find this kill, and they get the timing.
I thought Hydra got it. I thought it might be an ace, but it's Kismet that ultimately gets the kill. Now the smoke creates the chaos.
Just enough left, enough utility left.
Give him the ace, basically. I mean, I think he got most of the damage into Abuza as well, but it'll be 3 in the round, 5 so far for Hydra. And yeah, I guess get him towards like Palace side of the map. Doesn't matter if it's offense or defense, he's going to be a threat.
Yeah, I mean, you make the right play call here, Seattle Surge. Hydra's just playing B-Dom tanking again. The A street's open. Whew. Nobody's watching that cross. You get the timing, you get the bomb planted. 04's got a chance there, maybe if that smoke isn't in hand, but Hydra just held on to that utility.
And per normal Hydra, he is centered perfectly as he hops out of that smoke. He did not stand a chance. That looked like a sick joke. 5-0 now. 1 off a streak. Again, the last one, Hydra, I think 22, 23 kills, but he led the lobby in damage. Just couldn't really have the impact in a kills department like 04 did. He's doing it, though, in the search. 5-0 stretch. A 1 and 2 for everybody on the search side.
And just kind of playing this area while his team works up to B street, just sort of lurking. Now, will be interesting to see like if teams just start to hit this just right up the A street, you know, with a sub, try to just catch that timing. If anyone even wants to risk it.
Yeah, it's like, is he? It's like turning into a control round then almost. Like that same sort of scenario, you know? Can we sneak somebody up to A? Can we find the timing? 4 in mid-tank. Well, that's going to connect with 1, maybe 2. We're trying to win this fight, and just like the last round, he hit some beautiful headies
right
to get the win.
Again.
With this guy's last time, too.
Yeah, Skies is just trying to take these gunfights, but
he's taking the bullets to his face instead.
Yeah, nice just angles there by 04. He's able to find the second in the round. Now you have to activate Hydra. You just maybe wait this out. I'm 5-0. Do you just play your life here for 25 seconds? Are you going to hunt him?
04's working on the ace as well. And 04 gets the ace and shuts down this streak. Instead of being you're in an 03 hole, it's an 04 montage. As from what, mid-tank to mid-boxes, cuts down the entire squad. And this game suddenly looks a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, that's the importance of B-Dom. And just what the defense can see from there. Obviously, just a lot of strong angles, a lot of strong positions, but he's able to take it away from New York.
It's funny because after he won the first gunfight last round, or 2 rounds ago against Skies, I was going to say, 04 was shooting. Like, that was kind of clean through the window.
One, yeah, 2-6 streaks. Like
that, he was shooting. And then he comes this round, kills everybody. Yeah, okay, so he's feeling real good right now. Deep in his bag. Bruh. Kismet gets him, though. He will drop out of this round. No more back-to-back aces. Sib there, able to hit as well.
Yeah, just a nice little adjustment there. Nice little risk out of New York. They get up that B street, get a back DVD, and yeah, 04 just not ready for that spot. Look at Sib and Kismet. They're back treehouse, so Abuza's like, well, I'm dead.
Yeah. This is, well, the opposite of what I thought last round was going to turn into, maybe some momentum. It's turned into Seattle Surge getting bottled up and dropped. Good answer there from New York, and they will go 3-1 up. 04 trying to do it all for one side right now is going to need everybody else to get involved. They're going to take down one of the better Invasion Surge teams.
It just feels like they can't really get into their offense so far. Just early picks really hurting them, so you get your bomb to cafe and you're like, all right, where do we want to go? Oh, we're in a 2 versus 4 just like that.
At least I guess on offense you have the luxury of like group
Slowing
up and
down,
hit.
yeah.
You group something up and hit something if you're down a man.
Yeah, what, the first offense, Hydra found Hook like within 10 seconds that time. They get picked apart B street.
Definitely changed the game plan. Hydra able to stay up. Kids miss POV over towards Broken now, and the whole squad is here. 04, number 2 on the minimap. We'll keep an eye on him because he's basically provided all the kills. And he's the one that's going to probably get the angle here to get damage and maybe shut this down. But as they slide across, not enough of an opening. The trophy is forward enough, it's going to eat the smoke. So now this push gets shut down. Shooters shoot. Sib finally shows somebody can gun 04 because he's been winning everything up to that point.
They knew Hook. They know Hook was there. Number 6 in Skies was watching the pinch. I mean, it took Hook like 30 seconds to really activate. He's worried about someone lurking like Hydra, so that's just a part of that round. But now you switch it up, and now you have another one-on-one on the backside. Sky's able to win it, and that is a huge one-on-one because that would have made it a 2 versus 2.
I swear, this map for sure, it's just like it's all just one-on-ones half the time. Or what the lurk player is going to do, what timing he finds. Abuza chows out, pre-aim it there, aim assist not there. Will drop as Sib gets the final one.
I said, what is Sib prone done? I don't know. Guy was just like
very athletic.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the tank. Okay, I don't know why it looked like he was pointing to the moon, but
good old Call of Duty animations. Maybe you shot the moon before that. I don't know.
I don't think so.
You ever howled with the moon before?
Oh, like a werewolf.
Yeah. Dude, remember that? Remember when we went on the walk like a couple months back? It was beautiful out in the full moon.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh God.
Then we were running for our lives.
4-1 is New York Subliners extended another round. Getting aggressive here on defense. Trying to maybe find an early pick, but Kismet not able to locate that. Surge put the brakes on here for a moment. They're just hoping not to lose somebody early in another offensive round.
I mean, they're just showing so many different looks as this New York team, right? Just
keep them guessing.
Yeah, B Street pressure, Cafe pressure. They wanted to throw, I think, a number of bodies A Street there, but they backed away. They do find the first blood through Hydra as he wraps it right in the DVD. You saw multiple players outside of Cafe, so they wrap back around. So just give and takes all over the map. But into a 3 versus 3. Kismet, nice stun, nice shots. Now needs to play his life.
Oh, well, he's not going to do that. He's getting hit by everything as he will fall. Skies, Sib. 2 versus 2. Skies is just going. Info 1 runs right by the fact he even gets 1 kill there. He's absurd, but a 4 able to win the last fight and keeps them alive in this search and destroy. Great offensive round when they needed one of those because, yeah, it's just been sort of the beginning. First 30, 40 seconds, just like, where is New York going to try to hit us from? And then let's figure out what we want to do.
I love it on Skies, though. Just hit it. You know, I think in the
What did that look like from 04's POV? Like, oh, later.
No, we saw he's just like, the door just...
Yeah.
That's what I say. I think the next generation with doors, if you're behind the door and you get hit in the face, it should stun you. Thoughts?
Oh, yeah. Or all the doors, they'll do like those rotating 360 doors, Joe.
It's a kill?
The ones where they're real slow. Yeah, you go through those slow ones, and then you don't know if you want to like group up inside of one of the little quadrants with somebody else. Because what if they like get a little handsy? You know, you're like trapped in there for a couple seconds.
I like my idea more.
Yeah, your idea is way better than whatever Tangent Eyes put on, Joe.
That's an awful.
We have stunning doors being added to the game. Oh God, Brezzy, Renetti. A beautiful combo. The hipfire hits a bullet there. He's not back to full, so to lead to Skies getting the kill. What looks so good for Surge is now Hook putting on a dance show.
Yeah, well, why Brezzy got that too is because Sib called it a missile. So that's what happened on the other side of the map. Then they get traded out B Street. So Hook isn't again in a clutch scenario. Does have a stun. But you're just taking your time if you're Skies and Sib. Knowing the type of player that he is, running the rival. Let's just post up on some headies there back Palace. And I think he was spotted by Sib.
Yeah, I mean, you can spot everything from there, basically, crosswise. And yes, I think you're exactly right. That's like the safest position to just
Hook.
get an MCW. You're like, okay, good luck beaming me off a heady with your rival. No, I think you called that perfectly. That seemed like the most logical thing to do. And they can get info at the same time. All headshots there from Sib.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Hydra and then just all of a sudden, Sib just comes alive. Able to find that street, then uses it, wins that round out, now puts them 1 round away as he's in the double digits.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's twice now. He's the one that's like a straight up one-on-one kind of with 04 too, who was the hot hand. Like, 04 had Skies' number kind of beaming everybody, and Sib's in the one person that's like, I can headshot too. Just kind of shutting him down and goes on a little run of his own. 10-4, tags from Hydra, 1 more round for New York, and we'll be tied up at 1-1. Bomb for Surge working one way as they're trying to find action here on B. Hydra still trying to find an opening as he's all over the map. Oh, that'll probably seal it. Kismet getting everybody. The Bulldog going off. Hydra there with the help. Abuza. Maybe Rookie of the Year contender, but now we're wondering if he can get 2. He does. Gets a second kill, but not going to change the round. It is all subliners. It is clean. They handle business. They are ahead from the get-go. And Joe, I think he did a great job breaking down some of the different looks they're trying to do defensively. And Surge just didn't know what was hitting him half the time.
No, I mean, that was it. Their defense was actually just immaculate, I think, on that map. It felt like anytime they had info, there was immediate reaction on another part of the map where they found a first blood, they found a pick. Yeah, just showing a lot of different looks, and I just don't think Surge had any response whatsoever.
I just picture, like, listen, I don't hear the comms in Search and Destroy, but I picture Hydra not saying a word. The other three are working together and doing stuff, and then Hydra is just downloading all that information like a computer and then finding the perfect place to pounce at all times. It just seems like he's just always finding the timing, always finding the opening. I know it is Sid that led the way, but I feel like Hydra is still the one that's creating a lot of openings for this team.
Yeah, I think him and Kiz, just the way they work that map. Normally, Kiz is like a double-digit machine on this map, but yeah, it's Sib with the AR, 9 non-traded, a dominant performance on an Invasion Search and Destroy. It's why it's such a strong map for them.
They answer back there, and listen, we knew how the first two would go. I mean, not exactly, but like you knew Vista Hardpoint was great for Surge. We know how good Invasion Search was for New York. High-res control could be an interesting one in the sense that it's good for both squads, but New York, they are lights out here most of the time.
Yeah, I mean 8-2 on the year. They've beaten FaZe in multiple matchups and head-to-heads here. It feels like they've been the #1 team on High Rise majority of the year.
I think that's why it's impressive to me, because I think the one thing that separates FaZe, maybe for me just right now, if you kind of talk about the big three, is control. Yeah. The best control team, and when a team like New York can beat them consistently in control, like, I know they're good.
Yeah.
Like that core trio of FaZe, they've always been good at control, basically. It's have been. Like, not the case, though, against New York. They have been lights out there, and they'll look to extend that streak here as they go to get a 2-1 advantage in the control. Before we head there to High Rise, we're taking a little break. Go grab a glass of water. Pet your dog.
You get a glass of water.
I'm going to get an extra bottle of water. And I'm going to think about Chris Puckett's sexy body. We'll see you soon.
Game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply. The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
All tied up at 1-1, and we now get ready to go to the control. Surge, subliners, they've had some banger series so far this year. We look to add another one to the resume. Joe, I know you touched on it real briefly, but take me through control, high rise for these two squads.
Well, I mean, just a strong one here for New York. Has been all year, 8-2 overall on the other side. You haven't played it much if you're Seattle Surge, but you started to bring it into your map pool a little bit more these last couple of months. I think they're 2-0 here throughout Stage 4 in the last couple of matches. So, I mean, yeah, they're starting to be very strong here.
Well, yeah. Yeah, they just played the 2 last week, so they're feeling good. It's like more of a recency thing, whereas I guess subliners, you've seen it like all year.
All year. I mean, and the #1 attack team, the defense #4, they have the stats to pretty much back up it all.
We'll see if you can get to a round 5 if you're Seattle Surge and you have the advantage. Maybe you're feeling pretty good, but can you do it against the best high-rise control team in New York, subliners? We'll keep an eye on what maybe they're doing well throughout the course of this, but it's Hydra trying to get in position, and when he gets to this type of spot, maybe the most lethal from this position on like either side of it, like when he gets to a good position.
Yeah, nice trade there by Brezzi, at least deal with it. Allows them now to just kind of get into their defense. Next up you have Sib, but the trades are on point. Any trades you will take if you are the defensive team. Keep them off those objectives, hit that clock ticket.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're a defensive team and you trade efficiently, you'll probably always win the round.
But Deshu's back.
Back again.
It's Hydra.
Yes, he is. And you're kind of seeing why he can be so good from these spots. He's just elusive, his centering is impeccable, and his game time decision can be so good. And not only is he finding kills here, but for a lot of time I feel like he does a really good job just playing his life and being a threat for a long time. I know these last 2 sequences, they've dealt with him pretty well, but all that pressure he does allows his teammates to move up and get to good spots with their MCWs, and then that happens, everybody gets zapped.
Well, I think Hydra forgot he had an MCW in the back pocket.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Watching that angle, I was like,
100%.
Yeah. I mean, it had the slate, so maybe he didn't want that. Hook really the only player who uses that still, but it's going to be another 4 dead. Now you tap B, you're on to A, and you have to go if you're Seattle Surge. Hydra going to hit a nade. You hear the trophy starting to go off. It still blows up, but it only found 1.
Okay, so we need to have a update of the update.
Of the update.
Of the update coming soon. We'll keep you guys in the loop. Sib, 8 straight. He falls. We're so focused on the Hydra aggression. Now it's a triple from Skies.
Wait, Sib was on 8 in a row?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
We were having that whole talk about like the pressure in the front. You know, it's nice when you have that kind of player. And then you have just absolute shooters in your back line, just winning fight after fight. Sib had a massive map 2, takes that juice right to the map 3 as he'll get the streak, and you need one more bit of progress here. A great offensive team on high-rise control, and they're looking to show you why early. That's a great sequence, though, for New York, or sorry, for Seattle to kind of get back in it.
I was going to say, like, you're trying to at a point with a minute 15 where you just got to play TDM and trade out, and then they go into a 3 dead. But Sib, who had double digits there in that map too, he has just taken over this series. He is now 11-3 in this round, has that cruise. Try to put them up 1-0 and steal this offense.
Yeah, no, he is shooting like his straightest, like when he's at his best. I mean, he's right there with like probably Bruce. Like Dashy is just, it looks like a joke. Like it's just straight headies. He does not miss. Everybody drops. And well, right now he's shooting like that. So have fun.
Now only 2 lives remaining. You do have to stop the clock, and they do just that. Force an 0-4, maybe to try to push this. And there we go, just right from the get-go. I mean, you had a nice recovery out of Seattle Surge, but then they go 3-4 down again. That's when Hydra was in your base, just buying time. You 3-stack the B point. Sib goes on his spree, transition it right over to A, and just like that, you're down 8 lives.
It's so impressive to me, but people like Sib, Dashy, like, listen,
Scrap,
we don't,
yeah.
Well, we don't have, Scrap, we don't have the gun skill gap of like a CS or some of the shooters like Mouse and Key. Like it's not
like
the
Black
same.
Ops 4.
All these pros can shoot very straight. So when there's like that just bit straighter, it's like, it's I don't know, it's insane to me. Like these are the toughest games for these guys to like hit their shots, but they make it look a little bit different.
14 in a round, that's good.
Yeah, that's real good. Exhausting half the lives of Seattle Surge.
Yeah, screw it. Well, he's on another 5 spree.
Hismit's off the map. Sky's got a kill. He wants to hit this, then maybe work on getting another streak. He's able to get the kill with that, but still going to need to do one with the gun to get the streak. Abuza's going to get shut down as well. And all right,
He got it. So.
Oh, there you go.
You say I'm going to just Wrap the streak. This guy's playing a pub.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it too. Like the really elite like shooters, like sometimes make it look like a pub. Like it's a joke, and he's doing that right now. He's 16-3. He's taking Seattle Surge's lunch money. Teammates still finding kills around him. He's looking to keep this streak going. It's going to end there. I know what was going through his brain. He's like, give me something to shoot at. He couldn't get an angle. It's like they were playing ISO on Sim, just like, don't let him see us. Let's get to the other side.
Yeah, and just like that, a minute off the round clock. You don't have any real work. Kismet's even hitting some beamers with the MCW. Scoreboard is a little, it's tweaking out right now. So if you want to see the accurate stats, look at the bottom right. We gotta fix the propanes. We gotta fix that. Maven, get your helmet on and get to it.
I'm thinking 2026. We'll get there. Hydra, tough step fight. You know, difficult to be coming up the steps, but he kills both because of course he does. Makes a difficult situation look insane. The guy's belly flopping around like some sort of twisted wizard with a rejuvenation spell. I have no idea. Actually, it's pictured like Gandalf, like slim and 300 milligrams of caffeine get twisted.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like Dumbledore just.
Yeah, dude, well, what you did, you had cracked Dumbledore and you had like old Dumbledore. Like the first Dumbledore before he passed away, rest in peace, like was, you know, kind of how I envisioned Dumbledore. The second Dumbledore was definitely using drugs. He was twisted.
Okay.
I read the books many times. That Dumbledore was, whoo! I was going to say something so not appropriate for our current broadcast, but let's just leave it there. We continue on from Crack Dumbledore. Not to be confused with Crack.
That's what's like so crazy with New York. I mean, you just see that map one and you're like, man, what the heck? And then you blinked and they're just in a dominant position through their search and control game modes.
Right? I mean, that's why I think like their results so far this year have been frustrating because we know like in every mode they can be so good.
Yeah,
you see the glimpses. It just the glimpses like don't. It's a glimpse. Not long. But God, if they could just click in all modes at the same time, maybe get some improvements in the hardpoint, they will be nuts. You're just not finding a kill if you are Surge. It's 7 straight for Skies. Seattle Surge are so excited for map 4.
I think they are. I think they're already on Rio.
Yeah, this is, mentally? 100%. They're on vacation, Rio, chilling.
Maybe not, though. Maybe not. They do bounce back. B's not done. We're only down 4 lives, so able to recover in this round.
I'm just waiting here. Maybe for an angle. Stunned up, but still tucked away. 40 seconds to go. Kismet's lining them up. A tag on. Maybe Skies will get the trade. He's trying. He's able to wrap around and finally get the kill. They're going to need a minute extension at some point. They have one more tick to get. That fight's not a whole lot of fun, so let's take it down there. Sip, like a spider in a web, baits him into his lair, and now up to 20 and 10. Good damage into another one. That kill is also ludicrous. Through the gate, no aim assist. Hits with the Renetti and finds one. You got a couple dead right now for Seattle Surge. An opportunity maybe for them to get the point, but Brezzy trying to make sure it's not going to happen.
Yeah, nice couple of kills here by Brezzy, but you are on B. You're 2 stacking it. That is done. You still have the 2 missiles on Skies and Sib if you want to try to close it out here. But with all 4 dead, maybe this round slows down a bit for New York.
Does exactly that. It slows down here for a moment.
Sounds like they're using a cruise, but yeah, someone better pick this up. Hook's in our base, but he hits 2.
And that 2 may win him the round, but we'll see. It's a 9v9 with 50 seconds to go. Kismet snapping. Nice little flurry here from subliners to try and get advantage. I got 2-on-1 there. 3 straight. Find some separation here in the kills.
Kids able to get that trophy down. But yeah, they can't get here cleanly. Wow, you actually used the other one. You used your other streak, and you saw the reaction there from Skies. That trophy is gone, but hold on. 4 versus 4. Yeah, what a weird round.
What a weird fight. Last 30 seconds. Like,
oh, is Hydra gonna hit a route? No, someone's gonna pick this up, right? Hook's like, I know what I'd do. Yeah.
I thought maybe Hydra was gonna make the play. Hook, I think exactly that. I know what I would do, and what looked, for at one point we're trolling about this one being a 3-0 done because it was so dominant there from New York. And once they got the 3 kills to go about 9v6, I think they're in a good spot. You still have a streak to use. Suddenly the streak gets used and 3 players die. You're in an even life thing. You use both. I mean, if you're trying to throw away the map, that's a start.
Yeah, but did I see Sky still with one on that last life? Yeah. He still has a cruise. Okay. Did he not call that in on the point? Did I make that up in my mind?
No, we saw. Did we not see the animation?
I don't know.
Start?
Maybe it didn't happen.
Okay. I thought we saw like a cruise animation for a sec, but oh, maybe we're both faded. Surge trying to push this to a round 5. They're 2-0 in round 5s on high-rise control, just within this qualifier from last weekend. Going to be tough to do. They probably need a really good offense here if they're going to get it done. They're at least on to beat for now. They got 2 players here maybe to make a play, but Kismet trying to wreak a little havoc, and him and Hydra with the Renetti's able to do just that.
Yeah, you pause a bit of the clock. You still have Hook out here. Under him is going to be 0-4. He's already flown on through. I don't even know if New York's going to be ready for this. No way.
Well, listen, if New York wasn't ready for it, Sledgehammer was.
Wow. I mean, he got through. He would have had you saw sort of his reaction. Okay, we'll see if Surge can bounce back now. I mean, it's happened all year long, but man, the timing on that.
What is this control?
Is this the trolliest game I've ever seen? Because now Brezzy just got 3.
What is this control? A chance for some progress. Brezzy, 16 and 16, 4 straight for him. First tick about to be done now, Skies. Using the streak, able to hit Zib, Kismet, Skies. Recollect a little bit of control and still have a 5 life advantage. Chance to close it out now. It's 30 seconds remaining, and they've got to get back onto it. The Trolls maybe stop it now for a moment, trying to pin him in deep. That'll lead to a team kill, and Hydra gets another. Might as well buckle him up for 2. Give him a triple, give him a quad. The man's trying to hunt everything. You have a Hook, we have a Hydra. The man is 26 and 18. Take it over.
I mean, you slow down if you're Sid, but you had 14 in round 1, but obviously then you become human.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, 10 across 3 after that first round where you didn't miss a bullet. Well, that's actually how the game devolved to.
Felt like the game was done. I thought the game was still done, but we're skirmishing on B. Surge trying to extend the time. There's one more player in the spot. That's going to be Brezzy. So he's going to get cut down. Now it's just desperation onto the 8-point. We're watching the crosses. I don't know what happened throughout that control, but New York, let's come start.
I feel like it was just split into 2 halves, kind of. You had the first 2 rounds, which were dominant, made sense. And then the next 2 rounds were insanity broke loose at multiple points. You couldn't close it out in 3-0 fashion on the map. You had a chance to that your subliners, they show there clearly. The superior team there as they take the 2-1 advantage. And yeah, I mean, we were joking after 2 rounds, like Surge is like, get me to a Rio, because yeah, it was that lopsided. I don't know if it's one of those things where it was like so lopsided that you're sort of like laughing in the comms if you're subliners. But there were some weird moments.
No, there were, and I mean, it's rough because that 0-4 flank.
Yeah, no, you were setting it up like, oh, he's got the flank. How are you going to read this? And then the map read it.
Well, I thought he was going to get like 1 or 2. Yeah,
that's basically like when you know when they refer to like the crowd as the 5th man or 6th man or whatever, depending on the sport, I guess. Like, that's what it was. That was the 5th man. The map was the 5th man for Surge or for New York. And I don't know. I mean,
it's crazy. Yeah, it only blows up that way because there's a New York player up there. I don't know how it works.
I'm not a physicist. Or what's like an explosive expert?
Sure, that.
Yeah. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. It was an entertaining one. It was an interesting one, but the ultimate result is a 2-1 advantage in the overall series for NYSL. One more map to close it out. We'll see if they can do it in the Hardpoint. Hydra firing on all cylinders. Sib had his moments. Kismet had his breaks. And Skies, guy keeps on shooting. He's got a beautiful smile, too.
Yeah, there it is. Just hooked right on the 0-4. Would have had that pitch. I mean, you stayed alive in this last round because Kismet was doing that. I was trying to trick shot and join the new phase. Doesn't happen, though.
Dude, that looks so funny. It's with like the silhouette. Like,
yeah, silhouette.
It's falling off. Like, unathletic Spider-Man just gone as he will drop.
But now, the thing for Seattle Surge, like why it's important to win some of these controls against these top teams is you're now going to like their map pick, right? Like, so say in another scenario, you win this, then you get to your game 5 search. Like, that is the importance of this control.
I think that's why some people will say I'm insane when I think about the top 3, and I still like give the edge to FaZe a little bit. And why my logic there is purely I just think they're the best control team, and that boils down to what you just said. Like, listen, in every series, someone's, one team picks each for Search and Destroy and Hardpoint. Like, it should be relatively 50-50. If you're talking top teams, you have your good modes. Or just in a lot of these matchups. But like the control, that's like that one where you could just have a clear advantage in the overall series. So you're right. Like, they got to find something there. If they do, like, if they can somehow get good at 2 controls, like real good, they are. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
That's when they really have a chance to beat some of the top teams. I know they've been able to do it with New York, but we don't know. We don't know what New York's going to be week to week. Take a look at the Rio Hardpoint over the last 60 days. This is how it has looked.
Well, I guess you feel better about this looking at this graphic. I think this is a map that New York desperately needs into their map pool. It feels like a map that should work with them when you talk about this sub duo, sort of the, having Sib as a shooter on this map. And at times, this plays like a more fundamental COD. Hardpoint, a little bit different than some of our other maps or previous maps we used to have in our map pool. But you see here for Seattle Surge 1-1, and well, their hold rank #1.
And for New York, it's just like, I don't know, when you're thinking of the teams that are going to be a threat for you, your Optics, your Ultras, your New Yorks, like, you just saw, like, Vista obviously isn't there. Like, you need, like, a Rio or something like that. Yeah, that's going to be good. It's just tough because, for the most part, you don't play FaZe on Rio. But you'd love to have in the bag against some other squads. Like, something you can improve on, and we'll see if they can do a little bit of work here. I know maybe not the luxury to work on some maps as much as we've seen Ultra do this qualifier or a FaZe or an Optic, because they've still been trying to put it all together. But the fact is, you gotta widen this map pool. It's that time of year.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do. They're 4th. They're not going to move.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
they're not moving. I think maybe just because you're 1-1, you just want to secure
actually
bracket.
You throw my point out the window. Yeah. They're actually the most secure spot, because the gap between 3rd and the gap between 5th is so you're not moving no matter what.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah. I was more thinking about this gameplay wise, you don't have the luxury, but yeah, standings wise, who cares? You're New York.
Obviously, really just make sure we have winners bracket.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. We worded it like that. I'm like, oh, that's
not going anywhere.
That makes a lot of sense. Literally nowhere. Go into the hard point. We start to go as Surge. Excited for a change in scenery, but will it be a good change? Sib stomping around here. There's people near him, just trying to reposition for the fight.
Yeah, nice start here by 04, and this turns in a nice Surge time. But watch #5, Hydra setting up that pinch. Are they going to pick this up? Maybe with 3 dead, it may not matter. You're going to get a quick trade, so that's how you deal with that. You take down all of his teammates. Still have good spawns. Everybody spawns safe, but a great start here for Surge.
No, with that playstyle of Hydra, part of the reason it works, I mean, he's incredible, but you have 3 teammates that'll win those fights or be in those fights a lot of times, but they all get smoked. Good luck. You might get 1 or 2, but you're not going to have maybe the impact you'd like to. There, Surge win it on the front line. Can they continue to do it, though? 4 able to win a 1-on-1 off the point. Watching back alley, though, it's kids. We hop to his POV. Not able to win it. So you win one on the front, you win one on the back in Brezzy, and suddenly you've got hardpoint control. And you're pushed out of the way towards Garage when he fights in the cut. This looks really good from 04. And, really good from Surge.
Oh, now it might get a little bit tougher. You have this pinch set up by Sib. He sort of is taking his time. Now they know the rest, though, is right through the front. Feels like maybe Sib's got to go a little bit quicker there to start that off, so he doesn't get timing through the side. Instead, it's a 2 versus 4 there for, I don't know, a few seconds where you have an entry to go. They don't, and now you look at the scoreboard. Perfect start for Seattle.
You have 1 point up. If you were New York, it is not looking good. They look so good in the maps 2 and 3, but now Seattle Surge and the hard points at least coming alive. How far can they push out this advantage? Abuza snapping, but it's Sib that will come away with the double. New hard point up. They've doubled their points.
I was like, what? But I get it now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're up to 10 now. That's the best thing for them. You don't have any cruises. No streaks were earned. Just scrappy enough, and Surge is able to win it 0-4 through the doors. Nice little shots. He has been on fire in the hard points, and he keeps it up. Forces a 1-on-1 for hill control. He takes down 3. Now trying to dodge all the nades. I hear that fire extinguisher to the left. Avoid that, but he is stunned forever.
Yeah, you know what it just reminded me of, and for those of you that didn't play it much, ignore me, but Back in Blackout, what was the thing that had to get nerfed that was insane? You were stunned like 400 times. Was it 9-bang?
A 9-bang, yeah.
Sometimes in the player's POV, it's like they're getting hit by a 9-bang. It's just stun, 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 stun. Those were the worst.
Yeah.
Whoever thought that up should be in prison.
It might be.
I don't know if I can say that, but 101 to 21. 80-point advantage for Seattle Surge. New York, you're ready to transition off of the point. We'll see if you can get another setup here if you are Surge. These opening gunfights, they've been so good. Can they do it again here? It leads to a team kill. 4 still alive in garage.
Hey, you get some help from boxes from Sib off spawn, but as you said, 0-4's been so impactful in the hard points. Buys time for Brezzy maybe to move in, just checks the wrong angle. But New York cannot get to the hill because of this man. Locked it down. He's gonna find one. Slides, hits some shots, but he has kept it messy enough. He would just love for his teammates to get a couple of more kills. They do just that.
Yeah, I thought it was like a 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 he had to deal with at the beginning of that fight.
Well, he's gonna have to do it again.
And somehow he just got one, stayed alive for what felt like an eternity. All of his teammates end up dropping right after you said they got kills. Basically inside, they nades like 2 or 3 of them. So you get a little bit of time if you're in New York, but yeah, it's late in the hard point. Just a little bit of scrap time. They got to go big here. Maybe Hydra can be the lead man to facilitate that. He's got Kismet, his duo, here to work with. Kismet doing work. Trade there through Skies. Now maybe you start to ramp this up. An opportunity finally for maybe some positive motion here for Sublime.
All right, so who's going on a big flank here? What's the timing to be like? Kiz finds him off a spawn. So nice heads up play out of Kiz and Hydra to find Hook. They knew he was the one they were looking for. They watched that boxes flanking out. Yeah, just momentum rolling after those first couple of hills for New York, but maybe Brezzy's starting to change that. He's able to find a double onto the hill time, but Sib looking for another streak. He's gonna find it. 17-9.
Now, can he keep it going? He had that hot moment in the control and then kind of slowed down from there. He still got the map win, but can Sib continue to just dominate? He's been earning cruises so consistently. There is number 8. His trophy's even getting kills. I said Hydra was a wizard. Add Sib into the combo as well. He's doing it all.
He really just since that surge, he has just had himself a series.
It was what, 80 to 1?
Yeah,
70 to 1, somewhere in there?
Surge still have that lead, and we're back to a P1, but that cruise missile will help out.
And a chance, kind of similar to what Seattle Surge did in the map 1. Take a start to the P1 the second set and get some nice momentum behind that. You got a chance to do that right now if you're in New York and dictate the early pace, not going that big hole like you did. They're doing exactly that. 3 straight, 4 straight. Surge getting bodied up and a lead change seems to be looming. New York looking to give Surge a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, you would love like maybe a break here to set yourself up. You have P2 spawns. Kind of just make that transition easy from this P1 to a P2 for Seattle Surge. Just kind of change the momentum up, and then you kind of get that. Find a little bit of time, find a little bit of map control, but Skies with a double will change that. So it's gonna be immediate pressure off this P1 right at this Surge setup, and you do have that cruise.
You had to do it the opposite way, kind of. You were Surge last time, but you won one like one-on-one from the front and 1-1 from the rear side of it, kind of breaking in on 2 players. But you were able to do it, and you kind of do the same thing this time. In a way, you're able to set it up.
Yeah, you just run out of bullets there if you're Brezzy. Renetti only has so many shots, and he's gonna lose that one. And with Sib alive back here, you spawn them out. So Sib wins a massive one on to Brezzy. Still has the cruise that leads to the break.
21-10 for Sib. Has not slowed down. Using top guard to for cover, using the gunny to shut everything down. Nearly dialed up another triple. He is not missing bullets currently. Locking them in.
Yeah, but it's just like because of that start, I mean, you're only down 10. It feels like 5 hills in a row where New York have just been in
hell.
Yeah, they've been dominating.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Surge. Surge have been in hell,
yeah. But it's just like you're only down 20, so very much still in this game.
It's just one of those things, does it continue at this pace? Because yeah, the scoreline seems absurd considering the last 5 minutes or so. You are not wrong. This is the chance maybe where you can answer back. Abuza, Brezzy, there, traded equally on the other side of it. There, though, you pounce, you get through, you have the numbers in the close backside spawn. Surge need this. They need this, some sort of positivity here as they've getting just slaughtered. Really over the last, like, outside of those 2 hard points the last half hour. You think of maps 2, 3, and then the last 5 minutes here.
They get up right, they get some map control. Trade's gonna go well, and you have the close spawns. You should start to rotate over towards the P4. Maybe this is where you force Sib to have to use a streak.
Yeah.
Maybe not on this hill, but maybe early on the next.
They take the lead back. Hook's POV for now. Abuza. Rotated bottom. He may have a one-on-one coming there for next. The guy there will be Skies. The Skies is wrapping back towards mid, group up with his teammates, and they'll opt to see how they want to play this together.
I mean, you just don't have a lot of early pressure on the hill. It's like they're trying to go through mid. They've been trying to like flank on through and go from that side of the map, flip those spawns, so they kind of got what they wanted. Sib staying alive on the other end is going to find Brezzy. And now here kind of comes this sandwich, but the players on the hill are staying up.
Yeah, they've been trying to set this sandwich on multiple hard points, just unfortunately lots of bread, nothing in the middle. Finally, they're able to get through, though. They get the stuff they want, and now they'll try to push for a lead change. They're down 30 currently. About that much time remaining on the hard point. They'll dial up 3. Last guy there. Brezzy will fall. So you're going to get all this time now. How far can you rally it? New York Subliners to a listen in with them we go.
I'm party hard, son, fucker. Can't move back.
Blink, that's it.
Back left. Back left. The left. I'm gonna speed back behind you. This side as well.
One shot, yo.
They're both weak. They're both weak. There's one more there. Catch it. One more there.
They're beat mid. I'm mid dead.
Nice. One more.
No, I'm in mid. I'm getting time. I got time.
Get time. I'm looking over you.
They needed you. I'm team shot square.
Have your left.
Alright. Square, one shot. Abuza. One mid, no? Abuza, they're attacking me front. I'm one shot. I got needed, boys. Mr. Nades, run. Help me.
I got you.
I'm alright. Nice, no one there.
One shot.
We have a streak.
Go pizza. Get mid. Everyone go pizza.
Mid.
You got 3 on time. One breach right side time.
I need one. There's FP1. There's FP1.
Two square. I'm trying to kill him on time, but I can kill him, bro. Two time. Nice. Two time. One
square. One shot. Right side cast steps. Right side watching you.
One time, one bullet.
Right side cast steps, yo.
Maybe one shot on time. Right.
Just holding. 10 seconds. I'm playing more. There's that cast. On time. And one guy's back sign, it looks like. I think.
Eskis.
Hey, there's that time. I'm gonna get our P3. Eskis right now, right side. And one's probably bending.
I don't see him bending.
Eskis dead.
Nice. No.
I'm watching my pitch. One shot. Yo, Con. One shot.
Con dead.
Nice, good shot. Push it.
Have left.
I'm in the corner. I spawn back right. Eskis card.
No one left. They're going counter.
Yeah, I'm gonna live here. I'll pick up pitch. I'll help time. I go you. Left side, Eskis.
Left, dead.
Let's go.
What? Nice. Let's get Nice.
I'm main con. You might be left for me. I have a Scooby
Happy to know.
Have your vending right side.
Have left.
Comms are great for Subliners and a chance to make a run here. Down 5, holding P1 of the third set, and Sib once again trying to pinch, pop, make a play, but there's nobody alive for him to do that. They are going to be spawning up towards New, though. Will they be ready for Sib? They're not. He's gotten to the back alley.
Yeah, the problem here as well, you still have another Drews to work with. So, like, that one for Sib, not sure how it missed, but it did. Right? And now you have another. Sky's able to earn a 6 spree. Just the individual plays right now very much keeping New York in the game, trying to close out this series. Seattle, though, are just grinding as much as they can. They are so resilient. Now the streak's going to come into play. Sky's with the first.
Here we go. Streak is in. Kiz trying to hit. He's able to hit. Kiz will connect. 3 will be dead. Into the point they go with 10 more needed. You still have one more streak if it's needed. Similar to Surge, who called it in late to seal the game. A chance to do it here. Is it a taste of their own medicine? It's looking that way. Another streak connects, but they're still resilient. Still are fighting. Still got to contest. So someone's got to get in. They're able to burst on through here for a moment. Sky's going over the top. Brezzy somehow gets both. Sib's last guy, though. Sib calls ball game done. Subliners win it 3-1. The resiliency was there for Surge, but not quite enough. Sib's letting know 4-0.
How was that a 14-point game?
That's they started 80-1.
I know, it's great. I mean,
they how many streaks they are? Like 12
off the series? yeah, probably around there. I mean, props to Surge. It was a 12-point game. Sorry, but. Yeah, New York able to win the series 3-1. But this is what I think you're starting to see sort of what we're talking about. The Pacers Surge is playing with the best. Just at moments, it feels like they're just lacking some some skill there.
I mean, that's what's always going to be difficult. It's combo we've had as old as time. Like, I mean, sometimes you can play the game a little bit smarter. Maybe have better comms, better teamwork, but still, you know, we're playing against some of the top squads. They just got too much talent. They put on 40 from Sib. I think I
slayed by 20 plus.
What was he, like 14 and 7? I think I was like, does he keep it up throughout this game? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. 6K damage, 40 bomb there from Sib, and a call game in the clutch and close it out. And overall look at the game flow chart. Started so well for Surge, just couldn't get another burst like that late.
Yeah, I mean, you just see them sort of plateau after that 86 to, what, around 118? Around the next 4 hills. They start to bring it back on that second P3. They take the lead, able to stay in the lead, but then at that P5, you just, again, just had moments. Kismet able to earn another cruise, helped them win rotation, helped them break. Then it's Sky's turn at that P1. And I think just that last P2, they just had too many weapons, just too much utility.
No, they absolutely did. It wasn't like the cleanest thing. It was still a mess even with the streaks, but it just created even more chaos as they had to call in both. They closed.